Hey, Cookies here. We only have 2 vaults to open. I didn't really do too many keys. I was mostly focused on my Brewmaster Monk. I was working on that series since we're really starting to push the keys on that one. So if you've been keeping up with that, it's getting really, really exciting, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. So thank you guys for enjoying that series, and I hope to do more. The plan is to basically do a kind of pugging from scratch series almost every single like major patch if we can. So every new Mythic Plus season, I'm planning on like having, a vote or something, and we'll pick a new character or role or class or spec or anything like that. And we'll probably swap it around. So like this time we did tank, next time we might do like a ranged DPS, and then we might do a melee DPS, and then we might do a healer. So we'll kind of go from there and see what comes of it. But let's go ahead and open these vaults, and then I have a couple channel updates that I'll share towards the end, so you can just use the timestamps below to kind of skip through. But here is the Shaman Vault. We get a Haste Verse Belt, which is actually an upgrade. That is awesome. Did not expect that. So we will happily take that. And what does that bring us up to? It won't bring us up to an extra item level yet, but it is close. We're almost 277 with that. Awesome. And then the only other keys I did was on my Demon Hunter. Excuse that she's not wearing pants right now. It's because they broke in the last dungeon I was doing, and I forgot to repair them. But we'll go ahead and see what the Demon Hunter gets. I think it also only has one option. I think I just did a random, like, weekly 15 with some friends or something like that. I don't remember what it was. And then after that, I will share some plans for what's next as we get closer to Season 4 and Dragonflight, since it is apparently a lot closer than we were anticipating. So I am both excited, but I am also a bit anxious, and I'm like trying to get things prepped up and make sure that we go into the expansion strong with our content releases and stuff like that. So that we have a lot of useful information from the get-go, because I think a lot of people enjoyed the content that we provided this expansion, but I feel like we provided it late because I didn't start making content until like I didn't start like making dedicated content until like maybe halfway through the expansion. Until then, it was like little bits here and there of like log and VOD reviews and stuff like that. So all right, let's see what the Demon Hunter gets. Hopefully a file. That's what I would like the most out of anything, I think, at the moment, but no, a mastery ring. We do not take that. We throw that thing in the trash and we get tokens. All right, that's fine. So now I will share with you guys my updates for the channel and stuff, like what's coming up, so that you can kind of see what to expect. So I tried to lay this out as best I can. This is like my general notes, all this stuff here. These are just like my general to-do. I try to make like a to-do list of like things that I'm interested in. And then I highlight it in yellow if I want to, if it's like what I'm currently working on, like if it's something that is an ongoing project that I'm already in the process of making, it's highlighted as yellow. And then if it's green, that usually means it's completed, which these are all brand new things. I just populated this like this morning. And then usually I'll highlight it like orange or red if like it's overdue. So if it's something that should have been already released, then I would, change the color to kind of set the priority of it. And I'm thinking of keeping this up to date and maybe posting a link to it, or just posting like a screenshot every month or something in the community Discord. So if you think that that would be cool to kind of keep up with what's going on and what's, on the to-do list, and you guys can help me come up with ideas or add things or remove things if you're not interested, then the community Discord is definitely a place to do that. And then over here on the left, you see like kind of copies of stuff that's in the middle. This is like my timeline. So this is what I'm planning on doing in what order. So with season 4 coming out, I'm planning to release how to heal for every single dungeon that's coming out in the new season. And since we haven't done Streets or Gambit yet as a how to heal guide, I'm just going to throw that in with season 4 since we never got around to it this season. So we'll have all those coming out. I'm trying to get on the PTR. There's just not very many people on the PTR right now, so I'm trying to get as much footage as I can. And then obviously I need to learn the dungeons myself again and make sure that I provide enough detail. So these are guides that might come out, a couple weeks late into the patch, but we'll see. I'll try to get as much PTR footage as I can and work with that. But just to let you guys know, I'm going to try to release them kind of all in one bunch. So I'm going to wait until they're all finished and edited and everything, and then I'll kind of release them out like, a day apart or something for the whole first week of or maybe the week before season 4 launches. We'll kind of release one video at a time so that people can get ready and get excited for it. And then the next thing that I have coming up after that, so after season 4 kind of dulls down and we do some content in season 4, which will just be like Mythic Plus, commentaries, the live key commentaries that I do. We'll do some VOD reviews, log reviews, stuff like that. And then as we get closer to Dragonflight and as Dragonflight is releasing, probably this will happen in the pre-patch, I'm going to do something called a Ready Check Workshop, which is basically going to be a series where we go over we start with very basic concepts of just like how to think when you play the game, how to, adapt and overcome obstacles that come up in the game. And then also we'll go over, we'll like slowly ramp up the complexity and we'll go over how do how do I go through making a UI? Like what makes a good UI versus a, mediocre or bad UI that some people would call out. And then we go over things like movement and positioning in Raid or Mythic Plus. How do you think about these things and get good at them rather than just like being told, hey, your movement and positioning's bad. Well, what does that exactly entail, And then we'll also go over like pre-raid prep, which will be like how to optimize our character outside of raid, how to do things and how to prepare for raid when like say the raid isn't even out yet. How do I get ready? How do I get mentally prepared? How do I, learn as much as I can without overwhelming myself and then not knowing anything when I step into the raid? How do we, go about that? And then, yeah, the series might carry on from there as I get more ideas or as other people throw ideas. And then the other thing I want to do is as Dragonflight releases, this would happen like as I would probably say it would either happen during the pre-patch also, depending on our time, or it would happen as the expansion launches. I'm going to do like really basic beginner guides for every healer in the game, including the new Evoker class. Which is basically going to be if anybody has like looked at my very old videos back in Legion, I did some, you can look up like the Mythic Plus healing guides that I did during Legion, and it'll basically be that format. And what it is it's literally me taking the class and breaking it down into pieces and just being like, this is what this healing spell does. And instead of just reading you the tooltip and telling you what it does, I also try to break them off into categories and like really focus on like the idea of teaching someone this class. It's not just me telling you what the class does, it's me actually trying to give you an idea of how to take this class and utilize it right off the bat without knowing very much about it. So we're going to do that for all the healers, and then obviously we'll do our updated healer guides that we've been doing, the more like complex ones where we go over more advanced things and just, gameplay and updates as like more kind of patch focused gameplay changes. And then, yeah, from there, sky's the limit. So let me know what else you guys think would be cool to add to the list. Come by the community Discord and chat it up with us. And other than that, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.